Hello, parents. Welcome to Back to School Night, fall of 2021. I'm Mr. Castellanos. I teach Drawing and Painting 1, Drawing and Painting 2, Drawing and Painting 3, and Advanced Placement Drawing and Painting. A little bit about me before I go into the specifics of the class that your student is enrolled in. I was born in 1980. It was an eventful year. I was born to a household that made art. My father was an artist, and so there was always paintings and drawings, and it was just our way of life. I was born into a small household. I had only one sister. There she is there behind me with my cool T-Rex cake. But I come from a very large extended family. I've got like something, I don't know, maybe almost 200 cousins or something. I don't know most of them. So my high school career was with Natomas High School. I graduated in 1998. Go Nighthawks. I really enjoyed my time in high school. Had wonderful high school teachers. Perhaps that's where the seed was planted to become a teacher because the experience was very good. I went from Natomas High School to UC Davis. My transition was a little bit rough, and I ended up going a different route. Ended up joining the military, and for 4 years, I served in the United States Marine Corps. I enjoyed my time so much. I met so many cool people, had so many great experiences. I was very fortunate with all that I was able to take from my service. I still talk to those guys. So coming back to Sacramento a few years later, I attended Sacramento State University, California State University, Sacramento. Got my BA in studio art and art history, and started the credential program as well as a family. My wife and I have 5 children, and at this point, we've been married for about 20 years. 20 years this year. It's the thing I'm most proud of. I've been at Vista for 7 years. I've been teaching for, I don't know, about 11 years. I love Vista. I really, I like the students. I love the students. They're wonderful. They have the greatest ideas. They do the really coolest projects, and I'm honored to be a part of that. This is my animation team at Skills USA down in Southern California. We have wonderful facilities at Vista where students are able to experience and try different techniques that maybe they wouldn't be able to do at home, and also just to be as creative as they want to be. My coworkers are professionals, and they're also just all around fantastic people to be around, which makes my job a lot more enjoyable. One of the coolest things that we're able to do at Vista is run an art club. I'm the co-advisor to the Vista Art Club. These guys are fantastic. We do all types of fun events and things that you wouldn't be able to create in the classroom in the confines of a class block, like giant banners and posters, murals outside on campus. This was a light room that we created. We did several light rooms, which are just fantastic photo opportunities, but also really fun and hard to make. We've done work with UC Davis Med Center, with the Folsom Public Library, and we're looking to expand that into the elementary and middle schools here in Folsom. Another really cool aspect of my job that I feel a little spoiled for is I get to draw and paint every day. So as I'm working with these students and teaching them basics and advanced techniques, I get to practice my own techniques and express myself at work, which is pretty fantastic. If you have any questions about my background or anything having to do with the classes, you can reach out to me at pablocastellanos@fcusd.org, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Stay tuned. I have some information for you, specific information for you about your students' drawing class. Hello. Welcome to the course overview for Drawing and Painting 3 in Advanced Placement Art. I'm Mr. Castellanos. What I'm going to cover in this brief presentation is a description of the course, some supplies and materials information, some information on sketchbooks, major projects, and the 6-point grading system. Also, what's next for students who successfully complete Drawing and Painting 2 or Advanced Placement Art. I'm sorry, Drawing and Painting 3. Drawing and Painting 3 is ideally a precursor to Advanced Placement Art, but it doesn't have to be. It's got its own separate curriculum. So whether students are bound for Advanced Placement Art or they just want to create a portfolio that they're passionate about, they'll do fine in this class. It's about developing a personal vision, and so therefore the methods are in many ways the same. Before we get started and go into what projects the students can be working on, I want you to know that materials are very expensive, and that this year, because of COVID and because of the fluidity of our situation, we've decided to issue all students the materials that they need to take home and keep, whether or not they've given a lab donation. However, that was an expensive decision, and I do hope that everybody's able to contribute something. Ideally, it's a $30 donation, mostly because students will use multiple canvases or very large canvases in this class, which costs a whole lot of money. So does the paint to cover those canvases. But if you could give anything, we'd appreciate it. You can make checks out to Vista Del Lago High School, and students can submit checks to the student accounts. Students will also have to acquire their own sketchbook. Most of them have sketchbooks because they've taken drawing and painting before. Those ones are just fine. They can even make sketchbooks in the class, but we use them to build drawing skills, to create, to conduct image studies, to create new compositions and learn new compositions. So we're using the sketchbook as a planning tool. In this class, students will have to have a good level of enthusiasm, and mostly that's because it's hard to keep it up. When you have to create a body of work or several artworks, and you have to dig really deep to do it, you can get tired. It can be tiring, believe it or not. But you always end up with some really rich pieces of artwork that you wouldn't be able to create if you were being dictated, and told what to do all the time, and your projects were only given short amounts of time, as they were in drawing and painting 1. So this is a portfolio builder. They're going to get high quality artworks out of this course to build a portfolio, no matter what they want to do with it. More about sketchbooks. The major projects we're going to work on in Drawing and Painting 3 are contour drawings, paint sketches, large canvases or small canvas series, and etching or printmaking, depending on which route the student takes. Grading is a 70-30. 70% is projects and tests. 30% is classwork and quiz. We have a few quizzes in this class. Much of the work is done in class, but if students are efficient, they can get a lot of the work done. I don't believe that any student can get all of the work done in class because of how long some of this artwork takes to do. So they are going to have to do some work at home. We're working in a 6-point scale. It's a new scale to me. It may not be a new scale to you. It's not a new scale to my coworkers who are helping me do this. So if you have any questions about the 6-point scale, reach out to me. If you have any comments about the 6-point scale, please reach out to me. I want to know what you think. What's next for students who complete Drawing and Painting 3? Well, they can take it again, or they can move on and take courses at their local college or whatever college they want to move on to. If students are taking AP and they're going to take the exam in the spring and they have more time at Vista, for example, if they're juniors or sophomores, they can take multiple portfolio evaluations. So you can conceivably do advanced placement art 3 times for college credit. But that depends on your student and their pathway. Thank you for listening. Contact me at pcastellanos@fcusd.org if you have any questions or any comments, or visit my classroom, G201. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.